21st century has brought a stark and undeniable reality. As the planet warmed and ice melted, a profound shift occurred across the globe. From quiet environmental concerns to loud, organized protest. This is the story of the People's Rebellion, a massive grassroots uprising demanding accountability, justice, and immediate action. We explore the movements and moments that defined climate action in this crucial era, beginning with the generation with the most to lose, the youth. The stage was set for a global transformation. The movement began with a single, powerful act, a school strike by teenager Greta Thunberg in Sweden in 2018. Her simple, moral stand quickly resonated, inspiring millions of students globally to join the Fridays for Future movement. They skipped classes not for truancy, but to deliver a clear, urgent message. We are skipping your failure. In September 2019, the FFF organized the largest climate strike in history, showing the sheer scale of the youth's dedication. Their core demand is fundamental: keep global temperature rise below the critical 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold and ensure political action is guided immediately by the best available science. FFF demonstrated that climate is a unifying global issue, uniting diverse voices across every continent. For some, marching was not enough. The emergence of groups like Extinction Rebellion, XR, marked a significant shift toward targeted, nonviolent civil disobedience. Their core strategy is mass public disruption, blocking bridges, shutting down traffic, and occupying public spaces to create a political crisis that mirrors the ecological crisis. Many XR activists willingly accept arrest to highlight the moral urgency and draw intense media scrutiny. Their demands are threefold. First, governments must tell the truth by formally declaring a climate and ecological emergency. Second, they must act now to halt biodiversity loss and rapidly reach net zero emissions. And third, they call for a citizens' assembly to guide climate decisions, putting power directly in the hands of the people. This philosophy of nonviolent disruption has inspired a wave of similar, specialized movements. Groups like Just Stop Oil have used creative, high-profile acts like throwing paint on artwork or disrupting sporting events to focus relentless attention on the immediate need to halt all new fossil fuel projects.
When locals rise, even mountains listen. In India, Goa, citizens stood up to save Molam National Park and Bhagwan Mahavir Sanctuary, which were under threat. Threat 1, highway expansion through forests. And Threat 2, railway double-tracking cutting wildlife corridors, and a power line across the park. The youth responded with protests using art and culture. Villagers formed human chains and took the fight to court. Court delays paused forest clearing. The Supreme Court ordered the power line rerouted. This was a win for climate activism. Together, let us keep Molam wild. Save Molam, save our Western Ghats.
Another such movement in India was the Chipko movement.
The Chipko movement, when people hug trees to save the earth.
Chipko! Chipko!
We cannot let them take our land. The forest is our life. We must protect it for the children.
Chipko! Chipko!
These trees are our mothers. We will not let you cut them down. For generations, this banyan has sustained us. If we lose it, we lose a part of ourselves. We must stand together now.
The forest is safe. They are finally gone. We did it! We won!
But what is the goal behind these movements?
The goal is to force a moral reckoning, making the disruption of everyday life less tolerable than the inaction on the climate. The movements are loud. They are controversial, but they are effective at changing the conversation. Their tactics ensure that the climate crisis remains at the top of the news agenda, forcing The fight is not just about carbon. It is fundamentally about justice. Activism increasingly highlights how marginalized communities, particularly indigenous groups and those in the global south, bear the worst impacts of a crisis they did little to create.
Zero future.
Climate justice is the intersectional heart of the fight. Indigenous land defenders, who protect vast swaths of the planet's biodiversity, are the most vital frontline opponents of pipelines and mining operations. From the Niger Delta to the Amazon, activism confronts colonial legacies and environmental racism directly. These grassroots movements target the very infrastructure of the crisis: coal power plants, oil pipelines, and the corporate headquarters that finance them. Female and youth leaders from these frontline communities, like Vanessa Nakate and Shie Bastida, have become the strongest,
Likewise, I
most
look forward to
compelling
working with
voices
you.
on the world stage, reframing the debate around human rights. Alongside street protests, a new wave of legal activism is holding governments and corporations accountable in courts worldwide, citing constitutional rights to a healthy environment. And how do these disparate groups coordinate? Social media